Hey first grade, we are going to start chapter 1 of our Go Math book. So, before we get started, if you have not completed these 2 pages, 10 and 11, you are to rip these out, finish both pages, put your name on them, and then you're going to return these to the school tonight, Thursday. So, this is just to show what you know, to help me figure out what you understand from last year. So, when we get started, we're going to go through our vocabulary words. And these vocabulary words are going to help us understand how to do the problems better. Our first one is add. And we all know add is the same as plus. That's why I drew a little line here. Plus. So when we add things together, we use that plus sign. We have addend. The addend are the parts that you're putting together to get your total or your sum. That's why I circled the 4 down here. So the addends together make the sum or the total. We use our equal sign to show our total. The equal sign comes before the total. And that's showing us that that is the sum of the problem. Addition sentence. That's the whole math equation. It has our addends. It has the plus sign. Has the equal sign. And it has the sum. Order. We need to make sure that when we write our problems, we write them in order. Another way to think about order is your order of your numbers. We want to make sure we know the correct order, so when we write our problems, we don't have any mess ups. Finally, we have 0. We have 0, and we all know the number 0. Okay. This is a board game that you can play at home with your family. So you're going to need a dice and then some sort of game piece. It could be the Unifix cubes, just like they have here, or you can use anything that you have at your house. The board game is here. So if this is something you want to do with your family, this is something you can do. We are going to start on page 13 with lesson 1.1. Our question is, how do pictures show adding 2? So, we are going to be drawing our picture here to represent our equation. So I'm going to read a story problem, and then we're going to use these ladybugs to help us tell the story. There are 3 ladybugs on a leaf. 2 more ladybugs join them. How many ladybugs are there? So I heard a couple of important things from that sentence. I heard there are 3 ladybugs, so I'm going to put a 3. I heard that 2 more ladybugs join them. So if 2 are joining them, we're going to put them together or add. We put a plus sign. We want to know how many there are all together. So we want the equal sign. And then we're going to come up with our total and put the total here. And that's the sum of 3 plus 2. So we can draw a picture to show that. 3 ladybugs plus 2 ladybugs, join them, equals something. We have our equation. We have another equation here with pictures. We're going to add them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is 3 plus 2? 5. 3 plus 2? 5. So down here where it says ladybugs, we're going to write 5. Give yourself a star if you're done with this page. Next page, we have some model and draw. This one gives us the answer because it's just showing us how to walk through the problem. 2 cats and 1 more cat equals 3 cats in all. So if you see the word and, you want to add 2 cats and 1 more cat. All together, we have 3 cats. So we put a 3. Write how many. We have 3 fish and 1 more fish. How many fish altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fish. 3 and 1 more fish equal 4 fish. Next problem. 4 bees and 4 more bees. So we have 4 bees, 1, 2, 3, 4, and use a plus sign, 4 more bees, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to add them together to find the total or the sum. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Four plus 4 equals 8. We have 8 bees. Okay. You can always pause the video at any time to slow this down if you want to take a little bit more time for these problems. I am re-recording because my video during the Zoom lesson just stopped. It stopped, and so I didn't get the whole entire lesson on here. Write how many. 2 butterflies and, so we use a plus sign, 4 more butterflies. How many butterflies altogether? 2 plus 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 altogether. 6 butterflies. 4 ladybugs and 3 more ladybugs. 1, 2, 3 equals how many ladybugs altogether? 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ladybugs. Okay, this is a story problem that helps us walk through what steps we can take. So, Evan and Luke see 8 worms on the path. How many? 8. I'm going to circle it. Luke sees 2 more worms than Evan. So Luke sees more worms than Evan does. His number is going to be bigger. Evan sees 3 worms. How many worms does Luke see? So we already know that Evan, he sees 3 worms. Luke sees 2 more worms than Evan. So we have an addition problem inside of an addition problem. We know that Luke sees 2 more than Evan. So if Evan sees 3 and Luke sees 2 more, how many does Luke see? 3, 4, 5. 5. We can also show this on a graph. We have Evan and we have Luke. We already know that Evan has 3. 1, 2, 3. And we now know that Luke has 5 because he had the same number as Evan plus 2 more. 3, 4, 5. When we write our equation to know how many worms Luke sees, we want to know the total. So I circled the 8 because that is how many we have all together. When we know the sum, we put it after the equal sign. Now we can add Evan's worms plus Luke's worms to make sure that we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have 8 altogether. Evan has 3 plus Luke's worms, which this should be 2 more than this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is. And together, these should equal 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, now we need to answer the question down here of how many worms does Luke see. So we have Evan's here. Luke's is Evan's plus 2 more. So we have 3, 4, 5. How many does Luke have? 5 worms. That was a lot of math equations into one story. We have one more page to do together, and then I will explain your assignment. Color the birds to show how to solve. There are 3 red birds. Some blue birds join them. How many blue birds are there? So we know that 3 of the birds are red. So we're going to color 3 red. Some blue birds join them. How many blue birds are there? So you're going to see how many in this picture are not red. And I see 1, 2. So we can color to show how to solve. 3 were red, the rest are blue. So how many are blue? 2. This last problem here says circle how many ants in all. So remember, all means total or sum. All together. 3 ants and 2 more ants. There's 3 choices for you to pick. You need to choose the correct answer for this. And means plus 3 ants. 1, 2, 3. Plus 2 more. 3, 4, 5. Choose the right answer. 3 plus 2 equals, good job, 5. So then you circle the 5. Awesome. That's what we did today during class. Your job is to do page 17 at home and page 18. Don't go on to lesson 1.2 because we will do that together in person on Tuesday. So by Monday, we don't have Zoom class that day together. Monday, during your regular Zoom time for math, you will do page 17 and page 18. Then, when you are done, you will rip it out, and that is what you return to school next week. The only thing you're returning to school this week for math is pages 10 and 11, and then you rip them out. Just like that. Okay, that's all we have today.